Hi, hello, another kind of remembering trick type of thing. So whenever it comes to heritability means there is variation between the F1 progeny, F2 progeny and the parental progeny. So whenever there is variation, whenever we are considering the variation between the parental progeny and the F1 and F2 progeny, we call it the broad term over here is heritability. And when we are considering the heritability for the F1, it is considered to be solely due to the environmental effect. Wherever we are considering the heritability in the F2 or variation in the F2, we consider the variation is due to both genetic effect, that means variation due to genetic effect, that is Vg, plus Ve, that means variation due to environmental effect. So in F1 progeny we consider only environmental effect, and in F2 progeny we consider both genetic and environmental effect. So if we subtract the variation from F2, variation in F2 minus variation in F1, will get the exact amount of Vg, that is variation due to genetic effect, because the environmental factors will cut themselves out. Another thing is heritability can be broadly two types. So one is broad sense heritability, another one is narrow sense heritability. The broad sense heritability consider the total amount of variation due to genetic effect divided by total amount of variation present in population. So Vg divided by Vp. Here we have to consider that Vg can be the sum of variation due to additive effect, that means different alleles, all the alleles will have some effect on the phenotype, plus Vd, that is the dominance effect, that means dominant allele will have the effect on the phenotype, plus the Vi, that means interactive model, so different alleles will interact and they will have effect on the phenotype. So Vg is equals to Va plus Vd plus Vi divided by Vp, that is the broad sense heritability. And narrow sense heritability doesn't consider the dominance effect or the interactive model or the interactive effect, it only consider the additive effect. So Va, that is variation due to only additive effect, divided by total variation in the population, that is Vp. So broad sense heritability is Vg divided by Vp, where Vg is equals to Va plus Vd plus Vi, and the narrow sense heritability is Va divided by Vp. That's it. So this was for my own remembering thing, and if any one of you is having any important thing from this, then that's a